G'day guys, this morning decided to come down to the creek. About 2 years ago or so, we actually come to this spot. I had a bit of a meet-up and we went to some local areas to do some prospecting. And the other week I was here as well with a few other people. Thought I'd come out today. Water's dropped a lot from back down to where it was a few weeks ago. It did come up fairly high. And I thought I'd bring the Highbanker. So, just to take you back 2 years and what this area was like and what was happening. In this section just here, there was, I reckon, about 3 to 4 roos. None of this stuff had been done. Someone's done some extensive work here and moved a lot of bedrock. But in this section, none of this was dug out at all, none of it. And yeah, there was some roo carcasses. So there's all bedrock all in here. And someone's done, it looks like, a pretty damn good job of clearing this area. Keep going down here a little bit more. This section that widens off and there's a bit of a drop off. But I might sort of ask, what is your plan at this stage? Well, what I'm thinking is there is a last section here with some ground. In flood, creek is running through here in high water, and rather than it going this way off to this side, it's most probably going over the top of this. This is now acting like a bit of a wall as well. So my plan today is to do a few tests, and obviously my first area that I am going to test is in here, but not only here. There's a few other little spots that have opened up, and I'll take you, so we'll go back over this way. So just over here, should be able to see some bedrock. And that's what all this is here, is bedrock. There's bedrock just there, but also the rest of this, there's a fair bit of bedrock. So I'll do some testing along here, probably just over there as well, just because it's going around this corner. But the other thing is, when it gets really super high, rather than it coming across and around this section, it runs straight through. Just straight through there. So, yeah, obviously more bedrock here. I'm probably standing on a big bedrock shelf that's allowed this area to accumulate. But yeah, so I'll do some testing we'll have a look and see. Want to do a few pans, we'll see what the results are, and then that'll determine where I set the Highbanker up and dig. There's no point just because you've got the Highbanker and you can move a lot of ground. There is actually no point just setting up random and hoping for the best. Some days that's what you might feel like doing, but today I'm going to sort of focus on some areas, see where I get the best results, and yeah, see what happens. But look, honestly, I'm probably going to set the Highbanker here. And use the Highbanker itself, or the water, the pump, to pump the water out of this section, and then continue to dig this out. So this is the plan. Maybe I'll just set up and just dig that out. But I am going to definitely do some tests and show some results, if it's good or bad, or what's going on. But yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, Highbanker's set up. In this section, I'm just to show you, that's where I am with the water. We'll see how that goes. Going to start digging this out here, feeding it through. Seems to be running fine. All my tailings will go over there, the rest of them go to the other side. Running the legs backwards, so long legs at the front. But yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, so I've been running bugger all. So I'll just take a step back up here so we can look. So you would have seen where my gumboots were before. This is nearly getting drained, which is beautiful. Now the ground that I'm digging, very important. So I've just dug that hole there, and this is what's coming up. So nice muddy clay. Some of it's, I'm just getting to that flat of the clay layer where it's barren, but it's all this gravel that's sitting on top that I'm hoping is going to hold a bit of colour. I will have to definitely move the pump to the other side, but that's alright. But what it has done is exposed all this area now that I can just come along and dig. As you can hear, the pump's getting very dry. I could potentially, if I get this, just jam it in this hole where I've been digging. It won't take long for that thing to get rid of that, so you can just sort of see how deep I am. Now the pumps are dry. Let's move the battery over here. These things can run dry for a little bit. I'll be perfectly fine. Some will say, I'll get over it. That's all I can say. There you go, pumps are in there. That's done. This is all going. Yeah, I can dig this ground. I'm not going to go any deeper. I'm going to dig this little section out here to about the same sort of level. I hate seeing rocks like this. See, like this yellow one? When you first see them, you know, it's just a bit of yellow clay. You look and go, shit, is that a bit of gold? But 9 out of 10 times it's not. So yeah, I'm going to dig this section out, and then I'll do a little clean up just with the little top bit of carpet that I use. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so I've been running for about 30 minutes. So there's my tailings just there. Should be able to see I've taken out this section here. What I've come across is, I believe that's bedrock, just sticking out there. What I'm going to do now is just get me pan and screen and my bait pump. I'm just going to bait pump just this little area here. I haven't dug as deep here as I have there. and I've dug a little bit out of here as well. Just keeping it at one layer at this stage. I did go a little bit deeper there, a bit silly, but I thought, no, look, just open it up, see what's going on. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just going to bait pump, see if and do a pan, see what comes out of there. Then I'll show you in a sec. I'll show you all that in a second, what I'm going to do there. A lot of people have already probably seen it, but yeah. Alright, back in a minute. Alright, so did about half a pan of bait pumping. Just wanted to see. There we go. So it's at 5 littlers, 1 little junior, and big fat daddy. What we'll do, bait that, or suck that up I should say, bait pump that up. Alright, always got to watch that bit of gravel sometimes. So we'll tip that out. Come over to the Highbanker. Let me just get this so that I can throw the snuffer bottle there. Watch where I step. As I said, I haven't dug very, very deep. I'll get a pan of water. Now look, a lot of people would have already seen this stuff, but this is the Bunnings mat. I know, I like the Bunnings mat. It's got a backing. This is the doormat. Nice and cheap. Alternatively, there's one that's not as finely meshed as this that you can get from Clark Rubber. What I'm going to actually do now is just, always fun doing this stuff with holding a phone, but I'm just going to turn this on. Because what tends to happen is the gravels get stuck up here. And then this mat doesn't sit nicely like it should. It's nicely cut so that it fits in pretty tight. Don't have to hold it down or anything like that. I'm not saying anything. People go, oh, you just turned it on, all those gravels come through. It'll be fine. Look, the mat is actually loaded as well, but that's fine. I'd say, and this is another tip, sometimes you've got a little pan of cons. Yeah, look, I should be 100%, go over here, I should be panning into another pan, like I normally do, but it's only the first half an hour run, so it's not going to be the end of the world if I lose a couple of little bits. I should probably pan where I am, but the water's mucky there, and that way, you know, I can suck the gold up for a second time. Alright, this joint's loaded. And I really should be panning into another pan, and I'll show you why. Look at that. Gold right on top. Another bit there. I didn't bring the tripod, it's just something else to carry. I've got the little one, but if I set up the gimbal, but I won't do that. I'm just going to pan this back quickly. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, there's gold. Oh, there's nice gold. Shit, eh? There you go. Look at that. Nice. Alright. I'm not even going to attempt to pan that anymore. That can sit here. I know I'm on the gold. A lot of ground to move now. Alright, let's go for another little run. I don't know how long for. Might try and do an hour. I should have bloody see now, no bucket. Oh, actually, I do have a bucket over there. What I'm gonna do. Let's just run. Can can deal with this stuff when I get home. And that's the important thing as well sometimes. Sometimes you're better off just running, cleaning, having a quick look like I did, making sure that you're on some gold, and then getting straight back into it. You can play with this stuff at home all you like. You can't always get to the creek. I'm going to stop talking and start digging. Alright guys, you see I've drained the water out of here again. So I did say what I was going to do was this little bit. What I decided to do is dig here and here. Why? I need to work out, is the best gold here, along here, is the best gold here, is the best gold here, is the best gold where I'm standing. Plus I want to see what's going on. I want to see if this is bedrock, which I believe it is. It's fractured bedrock, so I want to see what's going on there. This is still running. I'm getting down to some clay. And I've banged on about this as well. This raised or suspended screen that I have. I will put it up against anyone's grizzlies, their original screen, and most people that actually see this thing live and in use, or have a Gold Rat Highbanker, the 6-inch, as soon as they see what the hell's going on here, and just how much more ground I can actually move with this little 6-inch, they go, alright, I'm actually going to make this modification. Alright, what I will do, cut this off. Alright, pumps off, and get back over here. And I did remember today what I did was I brought a spare pump. That's a little nozzle I use to clean, some gloves that I should be wearing. My brush, that's for the Highbanker to clean it down. So obviously before you've seen what I got, the screen's still over there with me. Alright, so I better take all these little specks of gold, or that's going to give me a little bit of a false result. Yeah, it looks like everything's out of there. Let's get this pan. Now, this is probably 10, 15 shovels, so not a great deal. Pull this out again. Now, I know before I dropped, or I turned this pump on, people go, you're gold, it's getting away. One, I trust that dream mat, and two, from my testing, about 90 to 95% of that gold is caught in that top bit of moss. And you go, okay, is 10% an acceptable loss? Yes and no. Not really. Look, am I losing anything out of there? I don't know. Maybe. Probably losing more at the other end with not washing the tailings off properly. But as I said, with that screen, just want to get the silt off here more than anything. And then we will do a pan back quickly. And then we'll start digging again. I just want to see if the gold is as good, or if I'm still getting gold from that section. Should be able to start seeing something, and definitely gold. I can definitely see some gold up there. So there you go. A few bits there, a few more bits there. Probably a hell of a lot more that I haven't cleaned off properly. The other thing is, I suppose people go, oh, why are you showing off this one? You know, why are you showing these places? Why do you show these spots? You know what? When I first started, no one, not no one, 99.9% of the people wouldn't tell you where they're going, because they were worried that you might steal all their gold. Or it's not theirs anyway. I don't own the creek. There's gold here. Come and get it if you want to put the work in. I just try and show techniques, what I'm doing. 100% I'm no expert, and 100% I'm not always right. 100% I do not always find good gold. But I have fun. And that's what it's about. Having a bit of fun, trying a few things. Doing the YouTube for a bit of fun. Never been for anything else. I know I do talk about the dream mat a lot, and I talk about gold rat a lot, but if you can show me, and this is the deal, you show me a better Highbanker in Australia that's made in Australia, show me it, because there isn't. 100% these things are beautifully welded, beautifully put together. Yep, I'd love to see some changes, but that's just me. And the only real change that I'd love to see is a different, just a purposely built high banking base on this. And the only other thing that I'd personally do is I would extend this top section so that it was twice as long. So instead of being, you know, from the legs, you know, where you can see there to there, I'd probably make that, not twice, maybe another 50% longer just in that back piece, just so I could put a bigger piece of carpet, just so I could put some other different, I think it's a Jarvis riffle or something like that in there with a bit of length. But besides that, there's not really too much. That mod with that screen all the way up, suspended about 20 mil above, with my punch plate's 10 mil holes. It's a bit larger than what it comes with. That just works a dream. But what I did find, you need the 2 spray bars like that for it to work properly. Enough yapping again. I'm yapping again too much, and I'm not digging. So we dug here, we got gold. Now we're going to dig here. Same amount of material, and let's see if we can get some more gold. Alright, so I'm just down at the creek this morning, and what I've decided to do is just take this little layer off first. I don't know, around about a shovel's worth. It's probably pretty much topsoil. I'm going to take the mat out, the little mat. There's this little one up here. Actually, what I'll do first, I'll just get a pan of water, throw that up there. Get this little mat. Now, am I expecting to see some gold? Look, I'd be surprised at best, but I'm more just wanting to, I'm curious, because if it means there's no gold in this top stuff, what it'll mean for me is I can just throw it away a lot quicker than I can run it through the Highbanker. But if there is gold, then I'll have to run it, won't I? Now, how much gold is worth running through the Highbanker? Oh, that's probably enough. I think, yeah, look at that. It's starting to come up. Alright, so there we have it. That's all I've dug. So pretty much from that water's edge up there, it's about 7 shovels max. Alright, gonna keep digging. Alright, so I've gone down probably another shovel, half shovel. My shovel's very short, so maybe a foot, let's say about a foot. So taking this out again, second time. Same deal. Last time I was turning the pump on when I was down here. But the mat seems to be sitting in there fine. I'm not too worried about what's underneath. We'll have a look at that at the end. We'll see what the Highbanker's holding, especially the dream mat. Now, yep, this definitely takes time to do, but you know, I'm running probably about, fuck all, you know, honestly about max, if I'm doing 10 minutes, I'll be shocked. But I am trying to work out is it worth digging this layer, or is all the gold lower, or is all the good gold lower, I should say. This one, I've got a rock there that's going to annoy the crap out of me, so let's get that rock out and grab that rock. So the first result was pretty damn good. The only problem I got with the first result is I did set my Highbanker up there on a previous outing, and maybe I wasn't washing the gravels off good enough, because I was having some issues with my battery. Alright, so very similar result as the first time, but I just wanted to check out this. I thought that was a little bit of gold in the quartz. Might not be. Look at those rocks. Alright, let's just clean this off. You know, they make these little, they have these little small riffles for a reason. And that is capture the little gold and let the larger rocks piss off. Alright, I'm just going to snuff all that up. Once you have snuffed gold up, never just spray it off like I just did then. Only because at least your first spray back into the pan. Alright, I'm going to start this thing up and go down once again. Alright, just something a little bit different now. So I'm going to show you where I am. So this is the creek. And look, that's where my Highbanker is, obviously shovel very close to where I'm digging. So if we look at the creek this way and down here, see a large area. And this is more about, I suppose, when coming down to the creek, actually having a look and see what's going on and how you see things from different angles. Alright, so this is what I can see. I can see the water flowing there, the water's not flowing here. And that's from this angle, and then as we walk up a little bit, and look at the creek, I'm seeing an island, obviously, that I'm sort of standing on. Not really an island, but you know, a big amount of gravel that's built up over time, and trees and everything else has stopped the gravel. Looking up here, you're going, okay, yep, there's the creek there. Well, the creek actually, if I take this over this side, the creek also is here. So the bank is about there. Alright, so that's all area that's all covered at the moment. Looking back down, when I spin around, I'll just get up a bit further. So a big reed bed, probably never been dug for. Alright, when I say never been dug, I'm talking in the last 20 years. There's a lot of ground here to move, and probably maybe someone's had tests and stuff like that, but most probably hasn't really had a good session with some diggings. Looking back down the creek now, you could almost say I'm near the middle. The part that I'm digging in is over here. But all this ground potentially could have gold, because in high flood, when the gold's going to move, you can see here with the tree how high the water's been. So I'd be easily waist height. And this is the thing, looking at places, we'll cross over here and we'll look at the creek from the other side. And I was trying to explain this with someone last week. It's not only how you see it. You know, we come into the creek one way and we see it from one direction. And we may potentially miss the best location where the gold is. I'll get back down here a bit closer to the creek. That was the easiest way to look at it, or to get here, I suppose. So obviously Highbanker's set up down there. Looking back at it this way, I'll get down this bank a bit. You can see, I hadn't noticed that, but just up here, you can see how high the water was. You can see there's some stones and gravel and that stuff all pushed back. So looking at it from this side, I'll get down one more layer. very close now to this creek. And when you look at it, you're still going, okay, this is a little creek with its little channel that's running through here. Well, not really. And that's the thing. It's not really what we're saying. We're saying, okay, yeah, this main flow must be where the creek's running. The main flow, I'm telling you now, is I'm walking on a rotten log. Oh, shit. Nearly killed myself, huh? So, the water has to be super high to get into this section. Super high, because look, it's got to get over all this. It's got to get over this, which is, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet before it gets into this section. By the time that water's at that height, all this area here is underwater, and the creek's right over there, like right up in that area. Something else is happening. There's a channel that comes in from there, which would have water flowing through it from up on the hills up there. This side, the hill is up, so water would be coming down this hill as well. But, you know, people go, oh, you know, I went to that place you said or you mentioned and I had no luck. I'll tell you now, you can go to a place and get lucky once, twice. You can go to the best place that you could ever be at and be very, very unlucky because you've got there when there's high water, no water. And that's what you've got to take into consideration. People go, oh, you go locally, you get fuck all, and you know, yep, some days you get fuck all. Some days you do surprisingly well locally. But what you do is you pick up a lot of different skills in the sense of seeing high water, low water, no water. And that helps you when you get to a place to adapt quickly, and that's what it's about, is quickly adapting to your conditions. Enough of me yapping. I'm going to now, as I said, try something a bit different, dig in a little different spot, and yeah, see what happens. Alright, this has been the longest run I've done so far. And I've totally changed what I was doing. Why? I don't know. I just thought, you know what? I'm getting some okay gold. I'm not getting great gold. And I reckon there's better gold than what I was getting. So I stopped digging where I was, and now I'm having to travel, which is shit. Got a Highbanker, I shouldn't have to travel. And what I mean by travel, and travelling with the gravels. I wasn't even going to pan out at the creek today. I've brought a container with me to bring back some cons. I reckon that's gold. Just down there. Alright. It's nice, but yeah, look. I really needed to bring another little pan with me, or something to pan into. Yeah, that's definitely gold there. Right, that's far enough down, but I should be able to pan this stuff back. Now I'm hoping to see something reasonable. Not seeing boo just yet. Oh, there's one flake going down. There's a few more. Not a lot. I don't know. A few bits. Nothing too much. Alright. I'm going to pan this off and chuck it in the snuffer, and then we'll see what happens. One more dig, I think, and then that's it. Alright, so I've just punched down a little bit deeper, getting to a grey material, and the gold is still coming. So there we go. Get this into the snuffer bottle. I don't know if I'm expecting to see better results on it. See that? The biggest bit just fell straight out of the nozzle of the snuffer bottle, and that's what I was meaning before about make sure if you're going to just spray that thing. I've seen it happen, trust me, I've seen it happen, and I've probably done it myself. Someone's gone for the second squeeze to suck up the gold, and they haven't done it back into the pan, and straight out the end goes your gold. Always good to start these things with about half a bottle full of water and a fair bit in the pan. Alright, I'm going to start running again. Going to be hard to see if there's anything. I'm just trying to splash some water in there to have a look in the top of that dream mat. Just in the lettering, but nah, water's still a bit mucky. The creek's barely now flowing. Alright, I'm going to try something a little bit different, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so end of the run. I've pulled the pan out. I bait pumped where I was last digging, and a couple of bits, nothing too exciting. Have a look at the mat. So there's a little bit of gold up there. Hoping that was gold, but I doubt it. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So this is the whole day's run. We'll just need a second hand to carry that end of the mat. It's always the end that's, if you're going to have any gold, it's going to be at the top. So that's the one that you want to protect the most. Have a look at this. It's all clear. Now, keep saying it. I don't do it. Well, I do, but oh, that's what happens when a drop of water drops on your screen and cuts everything out. I'm going to not pan these out here. I'm going to just pan back. So definitely there'll be some gold that I've missed. But hopefully most of it. Fucking hell. Nice. Nice. One lead shot, it can go. And one nice bit, one really nice bit, and a few others. But as I said, I'm doing it like this. Maybe if I can just walk up the creek a little tiny bit to this section. Even with some clearer water now, I should be able to do this a little bit better. So we know there's that one nice bit, we know there's a lead shot, but this way I might be able to see if any gold starts coming down with these larger rocks. And because I'm not looking at the screen, I'm definitely seeing there's some gold coming down there for sure. There's yeah, nice. While I've got that like that, looks like that. Sort of sit it here, give it a good tapping. Some of that gold that I lost down there should hopefully make its way up. Just take a few of those bits out. But alright, you get the idea of how much gold I just let go flying. It's enough of it. I'll just set that down because I can't. I need two hands to unscrew this thing, and I'll just put that out there like that. Stuff that up again, and like that, like that. Hopefully not too much of the bigger stuff comes down. Just flooded it. But there you go. Not bad at all. Look, and I did say, and I was just say that you think, nah, you didn't bring no bottle with you. Yes, I did. So that was it. That was the plan. Chuck it in here, plastic container, or you're not going to break it. Screw on lid, and yeah, that's it. Alright, that's it. I'm done. There's my pile. I'll knock that down, give that a little bit of a clean, chuck everything back in, and get the hell out of here and get ready to go to work. There'll probably be a few parts to this. I'm nowhere near done this area. There's plenty. There is plenty around here, but I can't set the Highbanker up here. I need to go up there. And just to give you a little bit of an idea. So, all these little sections with the bedrock, a lot of these are still packed with gravels. And really what I should do is start up the top and work my way down. Like see this section here, that no digging, grass. I'm sure if I pulled all that up, there'll be some nice gold under there. I'm sure just in here, there'll be some nice gold in there. Even though this is dung heaps, I don't know when it was actually dug. I said this spot was about 2 years ago that I took quite a few people down. Oh, not quite a few, but you know, 4 or 5. And people have been coming back, and other people that I have seen pulling up here when I'm driving past going to another location where I got the 0.3 of a gram, which is down the creek. Yeah, it's one of these places you just got to come and keep coming and keep trying and you'll eventually find a spot with some half decent gold and you should do alright. Alright, that's it for me. I'm going to go just down there and have a quick little look, and then I am home. So there could be a third part to this. Should see a second part. It's going to be a massive tape, but it's going to be a tape that shows you an area, shows you what happens over a few days, and the few days is only a few hours each time digging. It's not like the first day's only an hour. My battery played up and it's still not right, not happy with it. So I've been using my little Kings and that's been surprisingly damn fine. So time to pack up, time to go down the creek a little bit and have a look, and that might be somewhere where I'll try day 3, but we'll see what happens. Until the next time, I'll see you all later. Alright, third day, returning here and having a look and having a little crack for a few hours again. Probably thinking, why don't I just come here one day and sit here and dig all day? Just can't do that at the moment. Got to try and fit this stuff in when I can. Alright, so plan of attack. Good question. So there's my tailings. Should be able to see them all knocked down from yesterday. What's the plan of attack? Oh, let's go for a little walk. I know you really enjoy me just walking around talking nonsense. So let's just have a look and see what's going on. So pretty shallow here at the moment. We do have some bedrock up here, and it does appear someone's had a crack just after that bedrock. So that is, let's just flick it out. It's just a rock. So obviously a bit of bedrock here. Looks like it's pretty good at being worked out and dug probably a million times. I'm really more interested in this side. It's just, is there somewhere that I can actually set up to dig and not have to, and this is the big thing, not have to carry the dirt to the Highbanker, because it's going to slow my day. I've spoken about these gravels and all that before. It's just, yesterday I come in with a plan to do something, and having an idea in my head, okay, if I do this, I dig here, is the gold going to continue? It was okay, 0.25 of a gram for a couple of hours in a creek in the Melbourne suburbs, but was it the best spot? Was it the right spot? I'm not sure it probably was the best spot. So, what am I going to do? I've got this ground here that possibly I could try and dig. Also a little bit more ground in here just behind that. This is fairly clean. There's probably a decent, just gonna grab the side here just so I can put my foot in, and just in case I end up going down miles. That's not bad. That might be worth a bait pump, just to see what's going on. Yeah, it's hard to say with that bit if it's been cleaned out good or not, but there is still a bit of gravel. This is about the same height as the creek. Now I could suck this out to get to some ground with the bait pump. Alright, give me a few minutes, I'm going to work out what the hell I'm going to do. Alright, down the creek this morning I thought I'd just test a couple of spots before I set up somewhere to dig. So this area here, I'll use the bait pump as a guide. It's fairly deep in there, you can see just how wet that is, so it's about a foot. That's a bit shallower, some deeper areas in there. I'm going to do a bait pump and just see how well this area's been cleaned out. It does look like it's pretty damn good, but let's just see if anything's been missed. Alright, so I did one bait pump. Should be able to see that. Quite a few specks. The spec count's good. Gold is small. So, even though there's some interesting bits in there, like, yeah, just there, like a little wiry little piece. But I'm just going to set up somewhere where I can have easy access to the Highbanker. So that's what I'll do first. Let's do about 30-minute run with the Highbanker, and yeah, let's see what that produces. Alright, totally messed that run up, but doesn't matter, that's what happens. Highbanker sort of sunk in a bit and was on a really bad angle. So I'll fix that. I've taken out that mat up the top, and I haven't really done a test on that Bunnings mat to see how much the angle affects the capture rate. I know it does lose some gold, and that's because some of the stuff that's rounded tends to escape, but gets caught by the dream mat. There might not be any gold. That's the way it's looking. Alright, so there's definitely a lead shot there. A few lead shots. That's pretty shite, but gold is gold, as they say. So, a few little bits. I haven't done a big run or anything like that. Hopefully there's a little bit more in the mat. But, yeah, that's not bad. But it's shite. I can do better. Alright, next little run and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've done another little run. Haven't looked in the pan just yet. So, and what I've also done is drain the water out of here. So the little run is those sort of 2 holes just there. So I'm just testing along this area. That's my little section for now. I'm going to see how that goes. And then I might try the other side and just see if it's better here or if it's better here. So sort of giving up going in that way for now. I don't want to break into that part and join the two, because you can see water's high, a fair bit lower here. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Oh, let's just see what happens, I suppose. Let's see what's in this pan. Now, I'm running it fairly level, this banker at the moment, only because it fell before. Well, not fell, but started slipping a bit forward. And as I'm throwing shovels in, it's sinking the legs in a little bit. Only because I'm set up right on my tailings pile pretty much. So, just pan in the right way, I suppose. And let's see if we can see anything. Just take that back to the flat. Yep, there's some gold. There's some more gold. There's some more gold. And she just keeps coming. Alright. It's a little bit better for considering how much ground I moved. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Let's have a look. Not a great deal better, but it looked better. Yeah, some bigger pieces. There you go. Alright, back to Highbanker. I'm going to do the other side now, see what happens. Alright, there's the gold. Just get this in the snuffer bottle. So a little run again, not a great deal. And I'll just show you where I'm digging. So initially we started here. I dug not much. It's there full. It's like maybe 4 buckets of gravel. Then I've gone over to this bit here, which is the bedrock, and just in there is where I'm digging. So I'm just digging in here. There's like decomposed bedrock. I bait pumped that area and zip, like one little bit. All the rest of that stuff was just digging the gravel. So I'm going to just move on up to this bit, or I might just go there a bit closer. Alright, I might just dig this area out next and see what happens. Alright, so where the shovel is, sort of dug along there. Then I noticed this section here, it's all decomposed bedrock. And rather than continuing on here, I just went, let's go over there for a second. Let's just try this. Totally different thing. And this is what happens here at the creek. You're trying this spot, you're trying that spot. You're always trying to chase better colour. You might be on the best stuff, but I'm going to give it a crack. You know, it's not like I've got nothing to lose. You've got to try. So the gold that just come out of that bit that I just dug, just there, that's not too bad. Bits are getting bigger. But yeah, I just want to try the bedrock. Let's see what happens. Alright, so as I said, just over there, the bedrock. It's the gold out of there. So, not a big run or anything like that. Just a little run again. That's what I'm doing at this moment. I'm just testing and changing and moving and all that sort of stuff. The dream mat's fairly chockers. We'll see at the end how much gold is there. I was just looking at this rock. Just a little, can I see it on my gloves? Just a little black rock. Nothing exciting. Thought it might be a gemstone or something, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'll throw it in there anyway. Alright. I'll continue here, have another crack and see what I can do. Alright, that was it. Last run. I moved away from where I was digging down in that bedrock into just another little spot for the next time. I'm going to do something a little bit different today as well. And that is, now that I've cleaned this out, and well, yeah, now that I've cleaned that out, I'm going to run the tailings pile there. It's fairly big today. Bloody hell. Starting to bend those legs. Alright, haven't got really the right angle there with those legs set up the way they are. It doesn't surprise me they're starting to bend. My fault more than anything. Yeah. Am I expecting to see much? I don't know. Got to get this in this light, so if I do see something shiny, I piss that rock off because it's annoying. I'm going to just go back to the flat because I need to. Just here, these rocks are pissing me off. So that's enough of them gone now, I think. Oh, bit of clay or something that was stuck there at the back of the pan. Yeah. It's just slowly, hey, always, those fucking rocks, hate them, get out of my way, they just make it just that little bit more difficult. Alright, there we go. So, a few more bits. Now, I'm going to leave them. Actually, look, let's do this properly. Now, gold sucked up. Well, I don't want to lie. Here we go. A bit of gold there, and there was another bit just there. I don't want anything to I'm going to do a test. I'm going to make sure there's no gold. Okay. I want to make sure there's no gold and there's one little speck there, because then people say, oh, see, it does. Alright, there's that. Now, what I'm going to do, just give me a sec because I've got to find a stand Not really a stand, but something to hold my phone up. So you can actually see and so. Alright, I'll just set the camera up here. So you can see the Highbanker running. Haven't really had anything. I'll just clear that off just so that I think it's focusing. Come on. That's better. Look at that. Alright. So, oh, I've cleaned the mat out. Or the top mat, not the bottom. What I'm going to do now is throw my palings back in. You might go, well, what are you throwing the palings back in for? Oh, sometimes you may not be able to, well, you may not clean the rocks off properly. That's what it is. Now, you can see my hopper is full. What's going on with this screen? No water coming out the back. This screen, and this is to prove that point. Yep, if you get clay in there, it's going to be a bitch. And it will probably go out the back, but if you have got gravels, sandy gravels and stuff like that suspended screen gives you that constant flow. It evens, and I mean really evens out the gravel that and mud and clay and all that sort of stuff that you're shoveling into the mat. Something that's probably very important with only a little 6-inch sluice. Out. Give it a bit of a spray everywhere. That'll get rid of all the other gravel. Throw that there, no more digging today. What am I doing? Yeah. Hand, no gold. Some water. We will just take this top little mat out because yeah, possibly some gold could have got through this little mat down there, but with a little short run like that, it's probably unlikely. So we're going to just see how much I've lost by not cleaning my rocks properly. And it's more me rushing than anything. Might be a roo that I just heard going through the bushes. Alright. So we have lost some gold. Not a lot. Just right there. So one bit there, one above and one there. Now hopefully I'm capturing that. Now let's hope so. It's not a lot. So put it in there. Let's repeat the test. Make sure I've got everything. No, still one little dot. Still missed it. Right, that's it. Done. Now, put this back in. Next test. This is the real important test. The tailings at this end. This is more important than my tailings that I've lost out the back. Because these are my fine, heavy tailings, small gravels. Now, no deal. I can possibly have not washed some of this stuff off properly, and I might have some gold loss. Or as some people claim, like the know-it-all sluice box Carl, he's had a lot to say about the dream mat. He's got a lot of opinions. And he's bagged this mat out a few times. I actually did private message him a long time ago, and this is why I got upset, I think, because I did make a comment on his thing, but I did also private message him, and I sent him a video of my setup with my suspended screen, and suggested that he may use this. And I said, look, I didn't put it on Facebook, mate. Don't want you to, I'm not here to fucking promote myself, but if you're having dramas with it, I've been using this thing, running numerous different tests over those years. I think I've been using this for about 4-5 years now, close to. Have a look at this video. Showed him some of the mods that I've done, some screen, and where I talk a lot about the angle and all that I used to bang on a lot about when I first started using this mat, because I was testing all sorts of different angles. And he replied, he's got some mate that's got a laser cutting business, and he sent me a picture of this screen with some with sort of round screens, but then it also had some larger, or some of those screen holes have been cut away and modified and altered. But I think I also did make a comment about, I think the comment was along the lines of, look, if you don't feed the mat, you overfeed, you don't set it up right, you don't get the water right, you're going to lose gold, no matter what you've got. I didn't see anything, but I'm just going to go a second pan back, just to see if I reveal anything. And air bubble or something. Alright, there we go. I'm going to pick the camera up to show you. Oh dear. Alright, I keep bumping the phone and stop filming. Alright, so who knows where I was up to? I'll work that out and try and edit a little bit. But yeah, what I'm looking at is I got 2 species the other day, just on clear quartz. So when I see a bit of quartz and it's got a little bit of yellow on it, I'm tending to stop a little bit faster. Seeing lead, and I'm seeing some gold. So I haven't cleaned this mat out at all in today's run. It's just been cleaning the other mat, the Bunnings little mat in front. Just going to get most of this at the other end to get rid of it. I don't think there was any gold that come back, but that was. Doesn't matter. One little flake's not going to kill me. Still got, doesn't matter. Got to give something back to the gold gods, as they say. Otherwise, they've been kind to me today. Sort of. Oh, is that it? Now that one. That one's not a bit of gold. The other bit was, for sure. Alright. So, you go, fucking hell. You've been running for 2 hours and that's what you got? Ah, that's what I got in the mat. Alright, time to get the snuffer bottle out. Alright, so what I'll do, I don't need that much water. I'm going to put that there. Alright. Now, shaky, shaky, shaky. Unscrew this thing. So sorry about what you're looking at, but that's the joys. Need a film crew with me. Alright, so go from the mat, all day run, go from the carpet. Made a mess of that, didn't I? So what I'll do, you can see that I'm not scraping any gold from there. Yes, oh, that bit was definitely from the snuff bottle. So, yeah, let's pan this stuff back now. There you go. So, there's the gold that I've been getting out of the Bunnings mat. There's the gold I got from the Dream mat. That one little tiny bit of wiry gold out that end. I should have probably run my tailings there, but look, I really have totally run out of time. I will be out again very soon. But the plan is this. tomorrow I'm going to go somewhere on this creek I've never ever been. You've got to trust me when I say I've never been there. I am going out with a few little scraping tools, a shovel, a bait pump, a pan, my screen, and that's it. And that is it. And I'm going to walk along and I'm going to look and I'm going to test. And hopefully, if anything, and I do this as I was trying to show in the other video. I don't know if it's the start of this video or the other one, because I've been doing a bit of filming, I just haven't been posting stuff. I'm going to show you like when I go in, and I'm going to show you when I come out. We're going to look at the same creek on the way in and out, and I'm going to see if I spot anything on the way out that I didn't see on the way in, and vice versa. So that's it for me. Should be another part of this pretty soon. I'll put the weight in just after this now. Alright, be back for another day, and that day will be the day to explore a new area, brand new area of this creek. And it's probably going to be a bit more about demonstrating. Like I tell a lot of people to come down here and have a crack, but it's not easy. But there is good gold when you find it. So I'm going to play myself in that sense of I'm the newbie going out to a new area, and I'm going to see if there's any gold there.